Cool. What's up, everybody? Today's live stream, I'm going to be cooking, but I'm still here. And I figured I was either going to do a shorter live stream, or I could just have the live stream running while I'm doing my cooking. That way I don't need to make it shorter. But this format's different and confusing, so I'm new to this. So bear with me. I probably won't be talking the entire time. Also, I have to figure something out because I'm listening to people with these headphones, but my phone's going to die. So I'll have to figure something out then. I also have to be able to view. Hey, Rita, you're here. I can barely hear you.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, there we go. Now I can hear you.
I gotta move it closer. So you're cooking things? Do you have a lot of Americans there? Is that why you're cooking Thanksgiving? You just want to share Thanksgiving?
Only 3 Americans. So I get to define what Thanksgiving is for a bunch of people.
Oh boy, that's a lot of pressure.
Well, no, and whatever I do, it's what they think Thanksgiving is. So I actually got an octopus, and I was going to put it inside the turkey, but I decided against that.
That's funny.
I apologize I missed our call, by the way. I literally didn't look at anything yesterday.
That's okay. Are we on YouTube yet?
Yeah. But...
Oh, darn. Well, then never mind. No, I almost really royally screwed up a client thing, a dog sitting job this week, just a miscommunication.
It's always the miscommunications.
Oh boy. It was both of us, I definitely take responsibility for my part, but, and she did too, for her part, but it was just, but it's bad because dogs are waiting to go out and go to the bathroom and eat and things like that. Minor details.
So what happened? You don't have to talk about it on the live stream if you don't want to, but you brought it up, so I'd ask.
It's okay. What are we going to ask me?
Just what happened exactly? What was the situation?
Oh, she had hired me to do overnights, and for some reason, somewhere along the way, it had to have been some way she communicated, and we just don't speak the same language. We both speak English, but somehow I got the idea. Yeah, somehow I got and I don't often have this problem really, but somehow there was a couple of other things before this with her, and she's brand new with me, and I got the idea that she just wanted me to come, that she had changed her mind and just wanted me to come and do visits starting at like 5 p.m. that night. So it was overnight, so it was just, and it was supposed to start with like noon, day before yesterday. And so I didn't show up at noon, and she sent me it's a long story. I don't want to bore people, but she sent me a text that indicated that she thought I was supposed to be there. And I was like, why is she sending me this text? And then, so what's going on? But she was getting married. So I just said, she's probably just confused. She's, getting married today or whatever, she's probably kind of scattered like me. And she was, but yeah, so it was kind of like that. And, the only thing you can do is just move on. You just make your apologies. Yeah, you just make your apologies. I actually, I'm going to give her the first night free because, even though it wasn't all my fault, it kind of, it was probably 70% my fault because I did clarify. I forgot that part. I sent her a text saying, I just want to confirm that you just want me to make dinner visits on this day, and this day. And she said, correct. So that was her part. She didn't read the text completely, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was her little part. But my part was, why did I even think that? Like, I don't know. We just, whenever, I don't know. I did what I was supposed to do, but I don't know. It's just, I think it was a little bit my fault.
So anyway, it doesn't matter. Distracted by life.
Yeah, it's just like eBay. Like, sometimes you just have to take responsibility, even if you're not 100% to blame. Because you want to keep the client.
Almost always.
Yeah, but I mean, especially in the business I'm in, this could be a long-time client. I could make thousands of dollars from her if I, so to lose like $80 for a night of dog sitting to me is, it's fine. And that's how, for some
The
reason,
long-term interest.
yeah.
Maybe
And
this will
for some
become one of
reason,
your best clients.
that's what I'm saying. She probably will. I have a feeling she might. So yeah. And that's the same thing with eBay or any other business. You have to be willing to lose sometimes, I think that's an important lesson.
That was the strategy I used with every single eBay message I ever sent. It would start, I had like a format to it. And the beginning was greet, identify problem, take blame, offer solution. That was the recipe for every single message. Because so many eBay buyers are really frustrated and angry, and some of them are super intense to talk to. But as long as you don't give anything back to them, then it's fine. Usually.
Yeah. Yeah. There's even a Bible verse about that. Since I'm the former Bible person, a soft answer turns away wrath.
That's good. That's short.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. I think a lot of those Bible things, they were just common wisdom,
Yeah.
I think that's a proverb, and proverbs, I believe, are in other cultures and other books. Yeah.
That's what's funny about phrases. You can find a phrase to justify any situation. So it's really poetic that way. But some people treat them like laws, which isn't, like for example, one of the phrases that I use a lot, or I kind of live by, is it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. And usually for me, that's true because I tend to be a person who's going to be overly polite and worry about hurting people's feelings. So I need to come from that other direction. Whereas for other people, if you're really brash and rude and irate, maybe it's better for you to ask for permission.
Yeah, it's just balance. You have to have a balance with it. Can't go crazy. Yeah, that's something I've learned over the years is like nuance. Not to be so black and white. And when I was a Christian, people would say that to me, and I'd be like, "No, right is right and wrong is wrong." But no, there's so many shades of
Gray.
Yeah, I mean, some situations call for one approach, and some situations call for another approach. And you got to be thoughtful about it. What are you cooking now?
Now I'm making the pie dough because I have like 2 ovens to work with, which is nice.
Oh.
So I can cook things while the turkey's cooking for 5 hours. I gotta start that soon.
And is it a regular size oven, American size, or is it smaller?
One is huge, one is tiny.
Okay.
I'm cooking the turkey in the small one, so we'll see if that's a problem. Who knows?
Oh, you're having a problem? Is it not cooking very fast?
Well, I don't know. The turkey is probably one of the biggest things you could fit into the oven.
For sure.
I was nervous about it not fitting in the beginning, but it was fine. Well, it fits. I haven't cooked it yet. I don't know. I got this new webcam that has so normally you would only see like from here to here, but it has a much wider field of view. So I'm able to like record different places and stuff now, which is cool.
That's cool. It's a new camera?
Yeah, it's cheap too. It's just a regular webcam. It was like $30.
Nice. That's awesome. It really is a good picture.
Yeah, sometimes it's a bit laggy, but it's nice that it captures like a whole room. So if I'm ever doing something with multiple people, or like in this case, it's very easy to see what I'm doing. Whereas if I was using the other webcam, you would just see like this part, and I would be out of the frame a lot. Whereas here, like, I'm
Really?
only out of the frame if I go to the bathroom.
Oh wow, that's great. And how did you learn to cook?
Um, so I was raised in a kind of flipped situation because my mother was the one who was working all the time, constantly, and my father was the one who stayed home to like feed me and take care of me and stuff. Um, so that was like the opposite of the stereotype in that sense.
Yeah.
My mother was the breadwinner,
Okay.
so my father cooked a lot, um, and I think because of that, I just like I've always cooked stuff really ever since I was like 12. When I was a little kid, I liked baking things, but
Oh yeah.
I like cooking.
Yeah.
It's like I feel that if I'm able to cook something, I'm like progressing my mind. And it's really like I want to be a person who can cook almost every day. I think it translates some momentum into so many other things in your life that it doesn't really matter what you're working on. Your life would probably better if you were cooking your own meals and learning to enjoy the act of doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it
But
just
some people
depends.
don't have enough time. I have tons of time, so it's easy.
Yeah, it's nice. I have my best friend cooks all the time, and she's a gourmet cook. So yeah, she has a lot of time, but I like it. I think a lot of people when they retire they get into cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. So, have you been researching any more with the retirement
Yeah,
community, early
so I
retirement?
created an ad, and the goal of it is to get people who are interested in retiring to schedule a call so I can pick their brain.
Okay.
I'm not trying to directly sell anything yet. I'm just trying to talk to like 30 or 40 of these people because then I'll know what their like typical questions are, what their mentality is like, and then it's going to be easier for me to uh, I basically have to change the course so it's more relevant to the perspective of a retired person. Right now, it's just information about living here, but I can like fine tune it if that makes sense. But I need
No,
to
for sure.
expose myself more.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, there are a handful of people like you that move to exotic places, like Costa Rica and all, but
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurs. But there's not as many.
As
There's probably not as
retirees.
many entrepreneurs. Yeah.
Yeah. There's not
Or
4 million of us
want to be
every year.
right. Or early retirement. Want to be retirees. I mean, that's a kind of could be a package deal. If you can get this, well, it's what you've talked about. If you can get this internet thing going, you can live anywhere you want.
Yeah. The
No
dream.
physical. Yeah, you're living the dream.
It is. I will say that having, because if my
Hello.
16-year-old self, oh hey son, what's up, man? It's been
It's
a while.
Hassan. How are you? Long time.
Yeah, how you been?
Good, good. Just busy, busy. Same old days.
That's good. Did you ever meet
Yeah,
Assad, Rita?
Nice to meet you.
He lives in Morocco.
nice name, by the way.
Are you one of the drop shipper?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, I thought you might. I think I remember hearing about you at some point.
Oh, okay.
What kind of things do
It's
you drop
fine. You
ship?
can.
Pardon?
Sorry,
What kind of things do you
Lucas
drop
was
ship?
saying something.
I this question you never ask dropshipper. Dropshippers they dropship everything. They can dropship even human.
That's scary.
Yeah, we do everything. Well, I do dropshipping and I do FBA as well.
Oh, you do FBA?
Yeah, of course.
I didn't know. I didn't remember that.
Yeah, I
probably
did.
did
Well,
that.
I started with FBA first, and then I just put it on hold for some times, and I went to eBay. Then recently I had a really bad days with eBay, man. Like
What happened?
really eBay and Amazon. So then I had to pick up a little bit. Then I went back to Amazon for some times. But I'm doing both. Whatever money is, we go and find it.
That works.
Yeah. And have you been? How you been? Because I've seen you all over the world. I mean, this time is here, these days here, and I don't know
I think
where
that's
you're
just because
at.
I make videos and I changed my location. Like I've been in Nicaragua for a while, but I have videos where I'm in California and videos where I'm in West Virginia. So people get confused because they'll watch a video that was published a year ago and
Mm.
then they think that I'm still in that location. That's super common,
Okay.
actually. I get messages all the time being like, "Didn't you leave Nicaragua? Where do you live now? Don't you live in like Thailand?" And I'm like, "Never even been there."
Yeah.
But I've
Yeah.
been good,
It's not
really
like
good.
it's not like
So,
I'm stuck here in Morocco.
say again? Yeah,
It's not like me. I'm stuck here in Morocco.
this will change if you want it to with
Well, it's
time.
not about being changed. I mean, I'm not thinking about it for the moment. Like leaving
Yeah.
Morocco is, you have to think where you're going and expenses, and it's a lot of thoughts. So I just said, you know what, just stick in Morocco for now, and let's grow the business. The focus is growing the business, and
As long as you're
then later.
happy, man, that's what counts. I
Yeah.
wasn't happy in the States. I had to change my location to be able to live like a happy, productive life. But that's just me personally. That doesn't mean that that'll happen to everybody.
Well, I'll share with you something. I don't know. I don't remember where. Yeah. Well, I'm taking a course with one of the famous Egyptian guy, personal development, and then he was talking about happiness, and then he was saying that it doesn't matter. It's not about the location. Like location, because sometimes when you're not happy, and then you're in a location and said, you know what, if I go to this location, I'm gonna be happy, and then all of a sudden you change
Not that
and you go
simple.
to that location, and then you find yourself, you're still not happy. And I said, oh, you know what, this place is not the same, and I have to go somewhere else, and I realized that it's not about the place. Moreover, it's about me. It's me. It's all about me. The day that I realize it's everything is me, then things get more easier
But what
and
if
and
there's a
relaxed.
place where you have more of what you need to be at your best? Logically, if you change your place to be this place, isn't it an improvement? Like for me, it's not just like, oh, I'm happier because I'm not in the States. I struggled there for various reasons. I was really lonely. I didn't feel part of a community. I didn't feel like I was working productively. I felt like my money didn't go very far at all. Nicaragua is better for me because I don't have to deal with any of these things. I'm constantly surrounded by people that I respect and admire. I'm only alone if I want to be. Everything is quite cheap here, so the money goes much further. So I can
Mhm,
work less and live my life more. Like for me, changing the location did absolutely change a lot of things.
mhm,
But it's not just because of the location. It's because
mhm,
I have more of what I need in the new location.
mhm. Yeah, you find more things. I mean, you find more things that makes you feel better than the X location. I mean, I understand you. I understand you. For me, I've traveled a little bit before I drop ship, and I always say to myself, you know what, I'm gonna go to this location and I'm gonna be happy because it has this and that and that. And then I go to that location and I said, oh wow, it's the same thing. It's just the same thing. It's all about me and my mindset, And I realized like recently, like last year, 6 months, I found that it's all about me. Everything is about me. It has nothing to do with my location. It has nothing. Like honestly, I think you've got more friends and people and connection than I do. I don't have. Seriously, like I've been, I've been lonely for a really long time, and this is how it is. Like I don't go and connect to people. I don't meet people, and people who connect with me just asking me about dropshipping. Hey, please
Yeah.
help me on this. Please, questions about dropshipping. Like friends requests on Facebook and group questioning, and everything has to do with dropshipping. It's not like something personal that you want to meet someone for the coffee. You want to share knowledge.
Yeah, it's hard that way sometimes.
Yeah.
And so I will say that I experienced what you're talking about, where I realized that it was me causing the things that I thought the environment were doing when I went back to
Mm-hmm.
the States. Because when I had been living in Nicaragua before, I had started to feel kind of uncomfortable and scared. Sometimes I felt nervous. And I thought that it was because I was in a foreign country. I also felt quite lonely. And I thought that it was because I couldn't speak Spanish. So I moved back to the States. And then I saw very quickly I still felt lonely, even though I spoke English and everyone around me spoke English. And I
Mm-hmm.
still struggled with feeling uncomfortable outside in some situations and getting
Mm-hmm.
nervous. So for me, I saw when I came back that everything I was concerned about was in my head, and I was already having those feelings regardless of where I was. So that enabled me to then move to Nicaragua and actually be there and feel comfortable and happy, and like it changed a lot of
Yeah.
things for me. But I had to go back to then
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah, I got you.
And I think someone else just joined, so I can't see people that don't have video at the moment, but I think Philly joined. I think so. Someone did.
Hey, Jack. It's Phil from last week.
Oh, great, too. Holy crap, that's awesome.
Hi.
So
I think we lost Rita.
yeah, she'll be back. She said she's like walking a dog or something. Could you guys do me a favor? I can't look at the comments on YouTube right now on the live stream. So if there's any like questions or anything, can one of you just check in every now and then? How you doing, Bray?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Awesome. I'm
Cooking
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving
dinner. Yeah.
Thanksgiving dinner already?
Yeah. Well, for Thanksgiving's not a thing here, but I'm having one as today.
Let me see.
Now I'm making pie crust for apple pie and peach pie.
Headphones on here.
I know there's a lot of background noise. I can apologize.
It's all right. So, what was today's topic today?
Today we've just kind of been talking. I'm like, for me, it's a holiday today, so I was just like, just gonna chat with everybody. We'll still do our typical things though. How was your week? Did you have your 4 days?
No, I didn't. Not yet.
Dang.
Yeah, I had one day a $40 gain, another day a $60 loss, another day $70 gain, and then a $50 gain Thursday, and then $53 loss or $33 loss yesterday.
Okay.
Hey, Braylon, what? I didn't ask you last week. What's your general strategy?
I use the RSI indicator and the stochastic oscillator. and I try to buy below
You
the
gotta
min
explain
line.
what those mean.
Yeah, stochastic oscillator.
Wait, Tastic oscillator.
Yeah, it's just a fancy name.
That does sound fancy, like straight up science fancy.
I don't know, guys, what you're talking about, but
Me either. Yeah, they're talking about day trading with like stocks and stuff. And
Stocks.
so there's a lot of fancy terms to read the crazy colorful graphs and the patterns and stuff. So they're talking probably about one of those terms to describe some crazy magic that happens in one of the graphs.
Correct.
Okay.
So what is
That's
a
too
Tastic
funny.
oscillator?
What is going on with my camera? I don't understand.
It pretty much measures price and helps you determine if, you know, this particular moment is a buy moment or a sell moment. Just helps you read the stock a little bit.
Gotcha. So another metric.
You got someone, Jack,
use.
somebody's talking about, bro, yes, anyway,
Growing Ortega.
Amuna, she's saying,
Is it a comment about making tip-top videos?
asking if you started from eBay. I might censor you. Maybe just questions were way too long, maybe before I joined, maybe. And somebody's asking, well, the same. Amuna, she's asking about digital on eBay. I don't know what is the question about drop shipping. I mean, digital products on eBay.
And who's someone named Hussein just asked, which broker are you day trading with? I think we talked last week. Braylon was using a TD, right?
Yeah. So you look at the charts, and then I use Robinhood to make the trades.
And you use Robinhood, right?
Yeah.
Well, why use Robinhood when the trades are free on TD anyways?
Well, they just became free, so I just haven't made that move to transfer the account.
And have you heard Schwab is
thinking about buying? Yeah.
And it's pretty shrewd because what they did was they make less than 10% of their profits from fees, right? So
okay,
let's say TD Ameritrade makes like 30% of their revenue from. So when they dropped to zero, TD had to drop to zero, and it really hurt them. And then like a month later, Schwab is going to buy them, thinking about buying them. So it's like a pretty strategic move to like just F them over before they try to buy them out.
I kind of think that they've been had these talks in the work, and Schwab used TD Ameritrade to buy Scottrade, if you remember them. TD Ameritrade bought them, and I don't think Schwab would have been able to buy both of those companies at the same time. So I think Schwab's doing a little monopoly move.
Yeah.
It's cool having information about the like politics of these things.
Yeah, it's interesting because before I like having two separate accounts, and before I had a TD account, TD Ameritrade account, and a Thinkorswim account, and then TD Ameritrade bought Thinkorswim, right? And now I have a TD Ameritrade account and a Schwab account, and now they're gonna merge too. I guess I can always open a Fidelity or something.
You're an indicator.
True.
What'd you say?
You're being an indicator. Maybe if you have
me?
accounts, it means they're gonna join.
International brokers. I've been hearing some pretty good comments about them.
You mean interactive brokers?
Oh, interactive. Okay, yeah.
International.
That was international.
Yeah, and you heard the news about the founder of... No. Sorry, I'm thinking about someone else. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was thinking...
Which account was that? Yeah.
Who was I thinking about?
As a brokerage?
Ken Fisher. Yeah. Do you follow financial news? What? Have you heard of Ken Fisher? You know?
No.
Ken Fisher, man, he's a hedge fund guy. I think he's a hedge fund guy, but he's losing billions of dollars from his fund. Like, people are withdrawn because he was given a talk about how to make cold calls, how to make sales on the phone.
Yeah.
And he used the analogy of trying to get in a woman's pants, you know? And just because of that, they're like, oh, this guy is sexist and all this stuff. And tons of institutions are withdrawn from his fund.
Wow, man. The power of words. The power of words.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an analogy. I don't know, but you know, that's the thing about institutions, right? Like, yeah, like even if I'm not offended, if I'm in charge of, I don't know,
tolerance philosophy.
Yeah. Hey, Jack, earlier you were talking about, why you moved from the U.S. to Nicaragua.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sorry, maybe I missed it, but like, how did you come to decide on Nicaragua as opposed to?
I never did. So I came.
And then so you just went and you.
And then I was in Nicaragua. I had the experience.
And then you just, yeah.
Prior to that, think of that as like, or I used to think it is actually good money. And once I came to, and now I'm here. I'm like able to communicate, contributed to every part of my life.
You're selling it so well.
Well, I kind of understand now that it's not very realistic for like young people, really. Like, some people it works, but most younger people have so many preconceptions in their mind that, like, from a perspective of me selling this information to people, there aren't enough young people interested in moving to Latin America for it to really be profitable. However, older people who are retiring, millions of them, they don't have enough money, they're already considering moving to somewhere else, saving money. That's the kind of people that I'm trying to learn more about and interact with this information. It's cool now because two of my closest US friends are here at the moment, one for completely different. Like, now I know more people here. Either England or Thailand were the places she would go to.
Yeah, because I met her in Morocco. She was in vacation in Morocco.
Really? Yeah, she travels a lot.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that because I was sitting in a coffee shop, a really nice coffee shop in Marrakech city where I live.
And you just saw her?
And I was reading a book. And then all of a sudden, I just turned around, like, and I look at her, and I was like, I know this lady. And then the waiter comes to me, and we were talking, and I told him, this lady, I know her. Her face is very familiar. And he's like, oh, okay, maybe she's an actress or something. He said, I think so. But I'm going to go and talk to her. And I just walked toward her, and I was like, hi, I know you from somewhere. And then she was looking at me, yeah, maybe. I said, I know you from YouTube, but I have no idea where that is. Like, I start to pull information, and all of a sudden I said, you're Vicky from YouTube. You're doing
anymore, does she?
No, she doesn't. She said that she stopped doing YouTube videos. She's more focused on some business has to do with. I think she said, I don't know if she's allowing me to say it or not, but it's something to do with companies and eBay, something. I'm not allowed to say what she was. I mean, what she said to me, but I think she's busy doing something else. Because to be honest with you, there are a lot of people are screwed in dropshipping and eBay recently, really a lot, especially people who dropship from Amazon, a lot of dropshippers. So they're trying to find a way to survive, because I know a lot.
Hey, everybody.
I'll be right back.
وفين ابو اسد؟
Where are you? We've got some Moroccans in the house speaking Moroccans. خويا لاباس عليك.
الحمد لله اخي جاني بخير.
الله يحفظك.
Yeah, so Asad, are you still dropshipping on eBay?
Yes, of course.
From where?
Full stops.
Yeah, so are you using Amazon, Walmart, or what? As a Moroccan?
As a Moroccan, I'm using Amazon and I'm using AliExpress. That's it.
But do you have any problems with Amazon? I mean,
everybody has problems with Amazon. Who doesn't have problems with Amazon?
But yeah,
Amazon accounts just got banned.
Yep, because I got two of my Amazon accounts got banned and I can't use the Pioneer account anymore.
Dude, you lost 2 accounts. I lost more than 20 or 30 accounts, bro. More than that.
Yeah, but I wanted to ask you about the payment method that you are using there.
Pioneer and gift card. I mean, I use Pioneer or credit card. I use gift card. Most of the time is gift card. That's why most of the accounts got screwed.
Oh, okay. So do you mean discounted gift cards or just normal gift cards?
Of course, discounted gift cards.
For reference, that is what, like, I've talked to a couple of people who run, like, gift card selling websites, and they've experimented a lot with Amazon. And basically, even if you have completely clean Amazon gift cards, Amazon still bans accounts associated with gift card usage eventually. It's always a matter of time. Even if you're literally going to the store, you have cash in hand, you give the gift card so you know they are completely clean, you still get banned. So if you use gift cards on Amazon, that is one of the most risky things you can do. It's more likely that you're going to lose your buying account this way than if you have loads of transactions under a credit card. Amazon isn't as concerned about that. But the gift card stuff, they're weird about.
Wait, can you explain that again? So if you go to the supermarket, buy an Amazon gift card and use it, they consider that a risky activity?
No, it's not that they consider that a risky activity. It's that anytime you are regularly using gift cards, even if you're doing it this way, where you know for sure they're clean, accounts still get burned. Amazon, for some reason, like one of the gift card provider guys that I talked to went through a whole bunch of testing to try and understand what would cause Amazon to lock buying accounts. So I'm not talking about when you're selling on Amazon. I'm talking about when you're selling on eBay or somewhere else, and you're using Amazon to fund the orders, to purchase the transactions, right? In those scenarios, even if you are using completely clean gift cards, this is a problem sometimes. It doesn't seem to matter a whole lot whether they're clean or dirty cards.
You mean using gift cards to buy stuff on Amazon to fulfill eBay orders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Are you guys familiar with the, manufactured spending?
Not entirely. If you could summarize it, that would be beneficial.
Yeah, so like I don't know, are you guys into miles and points, like frequent airline programs, frequent flyer programs, and hotel points?
Yeah.
At least here in Morocco, we don't have this kind of services. I mean,
so like, sorry, there's a few, like, some people in the miles and points community, if you can gain gift cards and credit cards and shopping portals. So basically, you could get like $50,000 worth of gift cards, run through them, and if you can cash them out to put that 50,000 back in your checking account, and then pay off the credit card that you bought, you just cycle through the money, and you manufacture spend that
Sorry. I gotta mute myself.
way.
I think it's just like a money laundering scheme or something like that.
Well, money laundering is like you have an illegal activity and you're trying to wash that money to make it legal.
Yeah, but I think they will treat you the same.
Well, they could treat you the same, but it's not the same activity.
Yeah.
I'll tell you as part of my experience, it's very, very simple because I've been in contact with a lot of suppliers, gift suppliers, huge, big suppliers. What Amazon wants exactly, I think Jack will be with me on this line, is they want regular buyers. They want regular buyers. They don't want the people who can purchase more than $200, $300, $400 a day worth of gift cards. They just want somebody who logs in their account, purchase whatever product they want to, and that's it. As long as you comply with less than $200, your account will be on a good standards. But not all the time. I'm talking about 90 to 95%, not 100%. Amazon still look your accounts, even though if you don't use gift card. Because I myself, I got blocked a couple of times. My accounts got blocked without even using a gift card. I just use a credit card and then they lock it. But we don't know what's the reason. I mean, contact them and then, like those customer service representative, they just, creating stories. But I'm telling you, Amazon wanted people to purchase product just as a normal people. They don't want people who can purchase like thousands of dollars a daily, thousands of dollars like purchases and stuff. So I think that's the reason they're doing all this drama.
But I think you can do this because there is an option where you can when you can get an Amazon business account, not just a personal account.
No, but it has nothing to do with gift cards. We're talking about the gift card because gift card has nothing to do with business account. Business accounts, yes, you can purchase with your credit cards or whatever, but not a gift card. Do you want to minimize using a gift card? Because they've seen a lot of people purchasing product at thousands of dollars worth of gift cards daily. So they want to minimize it. Okay, you want to do a business account, yes, you can use it, but you can use cash instead. Because logically, you cannot use business accounts with gift card. There is no one who's going to run a business and purchase product from Amazon with gift cards. So there is other ways to purchase.
You guys understand why it is that Amazon is careful with gift card usage?
Yeah, it's what I was saying before. People are trying to, basically, if I go to, if I get $1,000 of a gift card, like a Visa gift card, let's say I pay like a $5.95 fee to buy $1,000 gift card. So it cost me $6. If I could change it to a money order and then put cash to money order into my bank account, I cycled through $1,000, but I didn't really spend anything. But I get the benefit. So I got 1,000 points or more. Maybe sometimes you get 5,000 points, and those 5,000 points are worth $100. Does that make sense?
It's like gaming
but the question,
the card system.
Yeah, and so if I do that times $100,000 in a month, yeah, that's kind of like a full-time job.
No, but wait. The question is, where are you getting gift card from?
Well, in this case, we're talking about kind of different things here. So I was asking to make sure that everyone understands that Amazon is harsh against gift card usage because it has to be, because gift cards are used to launder money. And
Yeah.
currently, that is something that can be done. And if it's done properly, it's not traceable. So therefore, the liability falls on whoever is allowing these transactions to happen, which is the people who, or in this case, it's Amazon gift cards. So Amazon's the most liable one because you can't identify the people who are actually causing the problems.
Yeah,
That's going to change with time. Like, I don't know how, but it can't keep that way.
I'll tell you something. You know, the users of gift card now, because there is a website or there is way, because there's a friend of mine who explained to me this. I don't know if it's true or not, but what you do, because Bitcoin is not legal in the US, I don't know if it's true or not. So what you
It's
do,
legal, but it's not like a recognized currency, which is whereas in Morocco it's actually illegal.
It's illegal.
Yeah, you can go to jail for buying or selling cryptocurrencies in Morocco.
So what they do, they purchase, as a guy explained to me, I don't know if it's true or not. So they purchase gift cards and then they sell them online for Bitcoin, cost less, whatever the amount. I mean, you buy a gift card for $100 and then you sell them for cheaper and then you get a Bitcoin. So that's why I think that's the second choice for Amazon to minimize this
it's also
money laundering thing.
A whole occupation of fraudsters. They acquire credit card information, use this to purchase gift cards, and then they sell the gift cards at a very cheap rate, so they sell quickly. And then the second that they have cryptocurrency, it's all you can't track it, you can't trace it. So they have to screw up in order to actually be held accountable for the theft. And eventually that happens, especially with people who start earning a lot of money. Their egos get to their heads, they get sloppy, they fuck up eventually. But it shouldn't be able to do this. There has to be some change to make it way more complicated than it is.
I just wanted someone to come and tell me how much Amazon earned for this.
Right.
Bullshit. Seriously, I just want I just want to know how much they earn. Like,
without mentioning that Amazon is not paying any taxes.
Canceling people's orders. Like, imagine. I think this is the first time I
receive like a $500 gift card load up, and then not dish out $500 worth of products because they flag the account. And
just
it's like normally in the US you can't do that. That's stealing money. But in this case, because it's a gift card and it's being loaded onto their platform, and you had like you signed a terms of use and stuff, they can do whatever they want. So
imagine how much money
millions
they earn, billions of dollars, and no question asked, because it's Jack Bezos. Like, no question asked. You know, especially I'm not talking about Americans, because a friend of mine told me that they locked his account, and then he had to go to their office, and then he showed them a photos of of his gift card. He said, "Why you locked my account? Here are the photos of the gift cards. I purchased gift cards from stores. Why you locked my account?" And then he had to make some drama, and then they had to open his account back. But imagine people from all over the world that they cannot talk, that they cannot make any action.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that just happened. So I have some clients who I consult with, and they consult with me. They do drop shipping, and I have been letting them use my personal Amazon account to fulfill orders, just because this lasts longer than making new Amazon accounts, right? And yesterday it got banned, specifically because of a gift code or a gift card that was uploaded. So these things happen pretty frequently. Basically, like we try making new accounts. The new accounts last anywhere between 2 minutes and 2 months. But they always eventually go down if gift card use is continuous. If you're using a credit or a debit card, it's way easier to make new accounts and have them like, you could easily have like 5 or 6 ordering accounts and not get them banned. But if you're using gift cards, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah. So
You know
Jack,
how much money I lost to do it sport like last 2 months. Yes, go ahead, Ala.
Yeah. So Jack, I wanted to ask you if the person who walked behind you, is he Lucas?
It was either Lucas or Eric.
Eric is there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think
Ellie, this is you. I didn't even
Yep.
realize this was you.
That's
Yeah. Hey, what up, Ballet?
Hey, Eric.
He says hello.
I thought he was in Colombia.
Colombia? Oh, Carolina. Yeah,
Oh,
in the
okay,
US. That's where he lives, but he's here for a month.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been trying to convince him to get a place or something here. So he can be here for a bit and then go back to the States. He already works online and has a remote job, so it makes a lot of sense for him to just live somewhere nearby.
Yep.
150K a year in Nicaragua is like, woo, it's a lot of money.
Hey, Jack, you got a super chat.
I did? Oh.
Yeah, and I know who it is, but you might not know at first who it is. It's Team Cermak TV.
Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. $1.99.
Awesome, B. Thank you. Yeah, I can actually see the chat right now. I'm just relying on you guys talking about stuff.
Yeah, somebody asked about digital products on eBay.
What about them?
Amuna Japonia.
I'm sure that is a Moroccan guy or lady.
Yeah.
Amuna Japonia. This sounds like Moroccan. I mean, they're asking about digital products. I mean, do you want to say something, Jack, about it, or?
Yes, it's ideal to be able to sell digital products because they just endlessly replicate. But eBay usually doesn't like it when you do that, unless you're actually shipping something like a letter or a physical gift card or something. You can do it in some situations.
It's a matter of time. It's the same as a gift card. It's like the same thing. Matter of time. 2 minutes and 2 months.
Maybe if you sent out a good workbook or something that goes along with it, maybe that would be a way to get around it. I mean, still providing value, of course. I'm not talking about scamming people or anything, but if you had this great workbook that went along with it. What's that?
Give you some security.
Yeah, that way you're actually shipping a physical product, and then as part of the product, you're providing the digital course as well.
Yeah, well, that's physical because you're shipping a product with the tracking number. Right now, we're talking about the digital, which is just like an ebook.
She's saying that there's situations where you can have a digital product, but then you like add a physical component to it.
Yeah.
So, for example,
yeah, I got it.
Anybody in the world can go to certain websites and get letters shipped in the US. For example, whenever I want to write to my grandmother, I go to mailaletter.com and I pay $2.60 and I write a little letter and it gets printed in some random office in the US and then they ship it to my grandma. Technically, anybody could do that. And there are services you can use like this that will give you tracking numbers. So basically, you could sell something for 20, 30 bucks, pay $1 or $2 to have something shipped to that address with a tracking number, and then boom, that's useful for a lot of reasons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it will
That makes sense.
definitely help you with eBay standards.
You could just be like, here's a thank you letter. Thanks for buying stuff on eBay. Product will arrive in 3 months.
That would be cool. Man, now those days we really don't like. We're trying to figure out what's going on with eBay. It's just crazy, and especially last 3 or 4 months, you've got. I can't tell you how many people joined eBay from Morocco. Like tons of people. I think if you Google it, I mean, if you go to Google Trend and then type drop shipping, you will find Morocco. It's a number one.
Yeah. The first country that is Googling dropshipping on eBay is Morocco.
There's some economic reasons for that. Like Morocco is a unique country. There's a metric called youth disengagement, and this is an economic metric, and it shows how frequent young people are kind of dropping out of society, so to speak. So they are stopping to go to church or to school or to traditional jobs. Morocco is one of the countries in the world with the highest youth disengagement rate. So this means that there is loads of people who are looking for a different kind of work and feel frustration with their circumstance that leads to them being interested in drop shipping. It's like if you study the circumstance of Morocco, it makes a lot of sense that so many people in Morocco are interested in earning money online. It's
Yep.
really interesting in that way. Like it makes sense that so many Moroccans drop ship compared to like Japan.
Exactly.
Find a Japanese drop shipper. I've met like 2.
No.
I think I've met
That's
drop
right.
shippers from every country in the world, basically, but Japan is not common.
Yeah, and I remember like way long when I used to do live in Facebook about drop shipping, and I used to when I'm looking for product on eBay, and I found a lot of Moroccan. Imagine sitting hoodies or jackets for $2.
Yep.
And I was like, what's going on? And then you can find like thousands of orders, like 100 views per hour. I was like, what's going on? Moroccans are scammers.
Yeah, they are scamming people.
I was really pissed off, actually. I was reporting those people, seriously. Every time I seen someone like that, I just report. Until I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop reporting. I don't care.
All right, guys. I got to head out. I know this one was more casual than normal, so we'll be back to more like regular format next week. But before then, if any of you want to join next week, we should figure out what's something you can do over the next week that maybe you weren't going to do. But if you tell us that you're going to do it, then maybe you will. So anyone want to start? Any volunteers?
I'm just stay the same with my my goals.
4
Keep
days.
the same.
$100.
$100. Yep, $100 a day.
This is so with these goals, for them to be more productive, maybe there's a more specific goal that you can have or a task that you can accomplish that will increase the chance of that happening. Because we really want to make sure that we can focus on specific things that we can do. And with your goal, there are going to be some weeks where even if you do your best, you're going to lose money every day just because the market is like that at the moment, right? So if possible, it might be better for you if you can identify something specific that you can do. Instead of having a general goal that you're trying to accomplish every week, because you're still going to have that goal, even if you have this specific task. The specific task is just going to help push you forward in a way where you can accomplish the goal more often, maybe. Is there anything that comes to mind?
Just buying below the min line would help out, but that's the only thing that comes to mind. I don't know. Because there's a whole psychological factor behind that.
Can you go into more detail about that?
Because sometimes you'll make over $100 a day, and you'll still want to continue trading, but you should hold back on it. You should stop yourself. You reach your goal,
balance.
You reach your accomplishment. So it's like a discipline type of thing. What do I have to do to make $100 a day? What do I have to fight myself on to accomplish?
So do you have answers to those questions?
One is like analyze a little bit, like be a little bit more patient for one. So it's kind of hard, it's kind of hard. It's kind of like a really personal goal, I guess.
Yeah.
The $100 a day is a title, but it's a whole aspect behind it.
You got to not get too excited when things are going well, but also not get sad when things aren't going well.
Or get out of
I think you just need, when you get out of the daily cycle, like what you usually do, that gets you those results, and try to do differently in order to get different results. Like it's the same as me. I wake up in the morning and I stay in front of the screens I have here, and I just keep going and going and going, and then sometimes like my brain is gonna explode. I said, you know what? Let's do something different.
Clarity.
Well, now I'm doing this. Yeah.
My computer is about to die, so I'm gonna try and get everyone to think of tasks. But if it just suddenly disappears, that's why.
Can you hear me, Jack? Can anybody hear me? Okay. So I just wanted to report, my big thing was to give up alcohol during the week. And so I've done that for 2 weeks now. And then this week I want to continue to do that. But this week, my specific thing is I want to get on my bicycle and ride one time this week before
nice.
Hey, that's the perfect kind of goal.
I have a beautiful new bike that I barely ride. It's an electric bike, but you can also use it as a non-electric, and I need to use it. So I'm going to just try to do one time this week.
Awesome.
Cheer up. Like that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I mean, I was thinking about business objectives, but my objective is just to stay awake in the whole day and sleep at night. Wake up in the morning and sleep at night.
So you take too many naps?
I've been doing it for 1 week.
It is funny. Often to improve our business, we must improve something that seems like it is not relevant, but really it improves our headspace, and then we make good business decisions. So we must do things to make sure that we are healthy, and happy, exercising, talking to people, the little things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're not robots.
Small things.
Yeah, we're not robots. I found that out. I was hoping I was, but I was a robot and could just work 24/7. And, it doesn't work. I get very, very unhappy. And that's why I was drinking more than I should. I'm not an alcoholic, but, I was drinking more than I should have. And, but it wasn't a happy place. So it's just, I had to, get that under control. And now then I can move forward and do some other things that are healthy for me.
Anyone else have a specific thing?
I think for me, I'm gonna do yoga twice this week, and then before Friday, I'm gonna close out some options position and then sell for December.
Selling. What does selling for December mean? Like preparing for the next.
So so I told you last time that I sell options.
Uh-huh.
So now I'm gonna buy them back. So I'm at a net zero for those positions. I don't have any positions anymore, and then I'm gonna sell the same ones for December.
Okay, gotcha. So it's like the next step in the options cycle.
Yeah. So I can keep making a daily data. We call it data.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what I need to do. Because I have
I quit smoking a packet a day. I quit smoking a packet a day, and then I'm smoking like 5 maximum a day with electronic cigarettes.
Hey.
It's so hard, stinky all over the room, and it's you don't want. So now I'm happy with this electronic cigarettes. Smoking 5 cigarettes a day.
Good.
Yeah, a lot of people in Latin America smoke cigarettes. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's pretty common in the States as well, but there's like
That's everywhere.
less people in some places. But like
it's very
cigarette abuse is everywhere, huh?
It's very looked down on in my part of California, I think, to smoke. It seems like it's kind of considered low class.
Hey, Rita.
Yes.
Rita, you're from California too?
Yes.
Oh, where in California?
Orange County.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where are you at?
Well, right now I'm in Tokyo, but I'm from around Pasadena.
Oh, okay. Yep, not too far.
Cool.
That's considered Los Angeles County, right? Pasadena?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's only between 1 to 3 hours drive.
Right. Pasadena's really nice. It's a nice city.
Yeah, it is.
1 to 3 hours. California.
Depending on the time of day.
Yeah, I just caught that.
Jack, do you read the books?
Huh? What?
Do you read books?
Yeah. So it's actually kind of hard to find books in Nicaragua. It's not hard, but it's nowhere near as convenient as it is in the US. And they're kind of expensive too, which is sad. But when I go to the US, I usually get books. I read a lot of books about like self-improvement and business mentalities, that kind of thing. The 7 Habits.
Oh, same.
I liked that book a lot. I read books about like organization and happiness, that kind of thing.
Personal development.
Yeah. At least I used to. Right at the moment, I'm not reading anything.
All my books, I bought them from Amazon, by the way.
Yeah,
I buy books from Amazon directly. Because here in Morocco, everything is French, and I hate French and I don't read French. So I buy all my books from Amazon, even it costs like 3 or 4 times the price, but I still buy it. Like,
what's your favorite book right now?
This is my As Man Think is the best.
Yeah.
As the Man Think. Man, this book is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, really, like this one. What else? Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is good as well. Yeah.
Good. I like the compound effect that goes along with those two.
Oh, hey, speaking of books, Braylon, have you ever heard of Reminiscences of a Stock Operator?
Yep, I listened to that audiobook. Yep.
Oh, you listened to it? Yeah, I think that's my definitely maybe my favorite almost philosophical but economic book. Like of all time.
Yeah. Dang.
Assad, did you ask? Hello?
Dang, he's showing off his
Yes.
books.
Oh, he's showing his books.
Yeah. Man, you read it, yeah, man.
Everything, yeah, of course. Everything is personal development. Like find your
Yeah.
why, right? Jab, right hook. Gary
Yeah, Gary B.
V.
Yes.
Every,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what's an interesting book is have you heard of Assad? Have you heard of So Good They Can't Ignore You?
I haven't heard
Yes.
that one.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's interesting because like you read Napoleon Hill, and it's kind of he's encouraging you to like dream big and go after your dream. But what's funny is So Good They Can't Ignore You. He's like, don't follow your dream. It's like the biggest mistake you can make is following your dream. He's kind of reversing it, and he says, whatever you work really, really hard at and become really, really good at the end of your career, that will have been your dream.
My dog care business and dog walking and dog sitting for the lifestyle more than loving dogs. You know, I didn't dislike dogs, not at all, but I wasn't this big dog person. But I just wanted to work for myself, and it doesn't require any capital, and I ended up loving it, and it ended up being a really good thing for me. So yeah, I agree with that. Sometimes following your dreams, if you don't know what you're doing, it can be a disaster.
Exactly. The book has a lot of case studies of people going after their dream, and the author he started writing that book before he became a professor, like when he was a student, and he decided like he's just going to continue studying computer science, and now he's a computer science professor.
Yeah, you got to go where the market is, where the money's go. Where the money is headed. You got to go there, be there in front of it. And that's computer science.
But I don't even think he was saying like he chose that because that's where the money is. He chose